Thank you for all of your suggestions about the KX65. I think what I should do is tell my son that he should wash it after riding around in the mud. But as far as the lighting coil, I think I'll buy another factory coil like the one that powers the spark plug and mount it on that stator plate underneath the flywheel. I think there's a spot for it. I don't know how much voltage it'll put out, but it'll be something that hopefully we can work with. Tonight, maybe a special night, old Willie may run correctly for the first time since it's been here, in spite of itself.
We got a key.
It's a temperamental beast. The key isn't the only thing in that box. If you could just behave yourself for 5 seconds, might have something for you. I won't try to hide it. I dumped some oil and gas into this old boat anchor. My special blend might try to knock that piston loose in a few days. I've got a block of wood and a hammer. Shame for them to go to waste. So I'll lean this over, take apart the left side. I put it back together just to keep everything clean. Then we'll install Willie's Woodruff key. See how it runs. We were talking about the present a few videos ago, and the idea that if you subscribe to the notion that reality is a constant material thing outside of yourself, then it takes a measurable amount of time for your senses to process that reality and present that interpretation to you. And by the time you realize what's in front of you, that moment's already passed. So in a way, we're always living in the past. But then I thought about something else. You know what it was? If it takes time to process this reality, that means what I'm sensing is just my processor's rendition of it to me. It's not what's there.
Yeah.
And just like I look noticeably different from you, camera girl, your processor might be different from mine. I'd bet money it is. If I could switch places and take a trip into your mind, I might just be flabbergasted by what reality is to you. I bet everybody's processor is different. And after I got back to my own body, I might start wearing a clean shirt now and then. So, I'll take this off. If everyone's interpretation of reality is different, which it only makes sense that it is, that means nobody knows what reality even is. If it even is anything. A tool that I think would be really handy that I don't have is a bucket truck or man lift.
Make it cleaning the gutter so much easier.
That is the type of tool that I would be constantly finding a new use for. Christmas is coming.
I'll get you a bucket truck.
Holiday season, fellers. Tough time of year, traditionally, but This time will be different.
Realistically, if I bought you a bucket truck for Christmas, you would kick the bucket.
Nice.
Thank
nice.
you.
The reason these threads were a little bit hard wasn't because there was anything wrong with them. Somebody just put Loctite on them in the past, which is nice, reassuring.
There was care here.
There was care here. I don't think Loctite was installed from the factory. I didn't tighten that down very much, but just to keep things simple and easy, I'll put this puller back on.
I kind of wonder if people would rather you stick with one project until it's completed, or if they like this bouncing around. I don't like the bouncing around. Makes me nervous.
You're not a bouncer?
No.
So maybe you can call me Tigger. The reason I'm bouncing is because sometimes projects get halted because of things beyond my control, like parts, waiting on parts. We got the boots, the rubbers for Ed's CBR 600 today. Show you those probably tomorrow. I'll focus, stay on task.
I feel like you're going in circles.
Here's the new key.
Yep.
Looks good. New key.
I wasn't expecting that half moon shape. I thought it would be a little rectangle.
So you haven't ventured into this part of an engine before.
Well, I wasn't paying attention, or I forgot.
It goes right in here, if it's the right one. Fits kind of tightly, but it fits. There's a use for a block of wood.
I watched all of those drips and I thought, you didn't get any on your shoes.
But did you watch what I was doing?
But you got it on your pants.
It sure was nice the way that tapped in there. I've half a mind to take it out again and redo it. You're lucky I don't have a full one.
Oh!
Now there's something else a guy could ponder. We were sick a couple weeks ago. We feel better now. Thank you for all your kind words. Oftentimes, when I'm sick, I feel like I'm in a fog. Camera girl can tell me something and I can't make heads or tails of it. But then when I'm well, clarity returns. It's amazing. But how much of a fog is still in front of us even when we are at our clearest mental state? We don't know what galaxy brain feels like. Guaranteed there's higher states of clarity than what anyone has ever experienced. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Everything is relative. Everything is ebb and flow, up and down, nightness, darkness, or daylight, darkness. You know what a feller means. That's ready to have the nut reinstalled. Need to tighten this to about 100 foot-pounds of torque, which may be difficult for my strap wrench to hold, so I'll see if I have this size wrench to slap on there. I didn't have the right size wrench for that flywheel, so I'll do the best I can with the strap wrench. Should be fine. Factory torque call out for this machine is 87 to 101.5 foot-pounds of torque. So if we get it up to 90, that'll be good enough. Wow, it's way over here. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Whew. 75, and that just about does it for me. Why don't you tell me what it gets up to while I focus on tightening? Ready?
Yeah. 75. I think you max at 75.
Probably fine. I don't want to shear that key though, too.
No.
I want it to be tight in there.
It's an interesting gesture.
Yeah. I cleaned up the strap wrench with some carb cleaner and found an old muffler housing that I hope will give me a little more leverage. If I can get it to 80, that should be good enough. Here we are.
Oh, you're there. You're there. You made it to 100.
Thank you.
Good job.
So now I'll put this cover back on, tip the bike up, pretend I didn't see this broken gasket. I was so proud of that intact gasket, but it's on the top side, so it won't leak very much, if at all. Then we'll get some gas to it and see if it starts. Sound good?
Yeah.
I just got the left side of the motor put back together and brought around Senor Leaky. Haven't tipped it up yet though, because I feel this is a symbolic moment that we should all be part of together. Back on its feet again.
It might be the little dripper.
Do you think it will run better than it did before?
Yes.
I do too.
Should I go open the garage?
Yeah, open that up. I've also started wondering what it's like being you, listening to me pontificate. Not sure I really want to know though. Might keep my mouth shut more often if I knew. Ignorance is bliss.
Which side do you want me on?
I think right there is good.
It's a blusterous day.
Fuel line is connected. Butterflies have started, just a little bit. This may be a victory. Come on, old timer. Oh. I say 3 kicks
3 sounds good to me.
and no ankle injuries.
And you think it's going to be better?
I think it'll be better, yes.
That couldn't make it worse.
No. There's one already.
Oh, these aren't feeling great.
No, kind of lethargic. Maybe he needs oxygen too. All right. Now that's a steady idle. I can set my...
Oh, it's the stuck throttle, right?
Probably. It sounds different. I'll let it warm up a minute.
It sounds like the idle is still unsteady.
You don't need to be so blatant.
Oh,
I don't know though, listen to it. Completely different character than it was before.
yeah. Oh,
I didn't do that. Okay, I'll keep my hand off the throttle.
Oh.
I'm not sure what's going on, but it sounds different.
Sounds better.
I think it sounds better. I'll fiddle with the low speed mixture screw a little bit.
You should probably do that tonight and come back tomorrow.
It's hard for me to give up. Hard for a feller to give up.
It's not giving up. It's a soap opera. Tomorrow the opera continues. Oh, you just can't help it, can you?
It's definitely better. I adjusted the low speed mixture screw and smoothed the idle out enough that if I wanted to, I could sell it to you guys that it's fixed. But there's still something funny. It'll idle steady enough you can set your watch to it, and then lose its footing and die. I wonder if it's one of the pickups on the magneto. It's got two pickups that send a signal to the CDI brain box, and I don't know why there's two of them. Usually there's only one. Maybe they're recumbent, like that flat bicycle people ride. If I can't make the motorcycle run right, I can at least make a joke that nobody laughs at.
I giggled at it.
Thank you kindly. So I'll start it up, and maybe it'll stay running for 5 minutes. Maybe it'll fall off right away. If you haven't watched the other videos about this motorcycle, I invite you to hear what it sounded like before. Make some judgment. Now it's backfiring. There's something funny happening. Minutes ago, it idled a lot faster than that with the exact same carburetor settings. Everything the same. You camera shy too? Willie? You're treading on thin ice, Willie. I'm trying to start it again. I'd like to get it up on plane, idling like it was. You saw how it wouldn't idle just now. Haven't changed anything. If I start it, I bet I can make it idle higher. There. Hear it? Much faster. I think it may be a problem electronical.
I wonder if these tend to have electrical problems. Like with the computer thing.
Right now it's running so good I need a kill switch to turn it off.
The idle's not steady.
Okay, there. See, something changed just now. I'll think about it. You might just spend the night out in the wind. I'll show you guys what I had. Look at this. Just for Willie. Maybe we'll get it right. If you're interested in watching yesterday's video, I'll put a link to it up on the screen. And if you'd like to see tomorrow's video, I'll put a link up on the screen for that one as well, as soon as it's available. And if you'd like to see the day that we brought Willie home, I'll throw a link to our trip up to Robert's place next to those other two videos. Thanks for watching.
Wonder what's wrong with it.